Hello and welcome to NFL Experts Schedule Rundown, our third episode, New York Jets edition. All right, let's get started. Louis, week one.
All right, week one, they're going to take on the Bills at home, but I have them losing to the Bills. The Bills are just going to be too fired up for this game with their new defensive acquisitions. I think they'll take this one, so 0-1.
Yep, I also agree with 0-1 for everything you said there. Week two, they're away at the Steelers. They're gonna get manhandled in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a quarterback matchup: Mark Sanchez versus Ben Roethlisberger. Not even a good game.
No, it's not gonna be unless they can bring in Tim Tebow, who has had some success with the Steelers in the past. But no, there's really no chance.
Still
in my opinion. Yeah, there's really no opinion. There's really no chance in my opinion.
I hate Tebow.
Okay, yeah. So Tebow, he's All right, next 0-2.
Wait. Before we get to week three, how do you feel about Tebow?
I think Tebow is going to be the backup for Sanchez until Sanchez starts being like he was last year. My prediction is that Tebow will be the starter by at least week 9, if not the earliest week 7, in my opinion.
All right, week three. They're away at the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins are the best team, but they did shock the Dolphins last year. What do you think they'll do in this game?
I have the Jets beating the Dolphins here. I think the Jets cannot go down to 0-3. I just don't think Rex Ryan will allow them to do that. And I think they're good enough to beat a struggling, not really a great talented Dolphins team who's lacked in receiver depth and at quarterback. All
right, week 4 versus the 49ers, and we were just discussing a little bit a couple minutes ago about how great the 49ers should be this year. So I don't think they'll have any trouble wiping out the Jets.
Yeah, I agree. This game isn't... I think it's going to be a defensive game, though, because the 49ers' offense isn't the best, but it's improving better with the signing of Randy Moss and Manningham. But I just think it's going to be a very defensive game because both teams have very good defenses. So with this loss, I have the Jets being at 1-3. Week 5 versus the Texans at home. Dave, what do you got going on here?
Okay, week 5, home against the Texans. Now, the Texans lost 2 huge defensive players with D'Amico Ryans and bigger Mario Williams. But even with that loss, though, they still got a great offense with Andre Johnson and Arian Foster, and I think this will beat the Jets.
Yeah, I agree. I still think the defense for the Texans isn't all too bad with J.J. Watt on the line. And I'm a big fan of Jonathan Joseph, the cornerback that they signed from the Bengals last year. And just a great offense with, like you just said, Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, and I love Matt Schaub. So, so with this loss, I got him at 1-4. So it's going to be week 6 versus the Indianapolis Colts without Peyton Manning, with the newly signed Andrew Luck, newly drafted. Dave, who's winning this one?
Well, just in case that's incorrect, the draft hasn't happened yet. Just gonna put that out there.
But they already told Luck that he will be the first.
Yeah, well, just saying, make it not sound bad. Okay, with the new Colts, with the Andrew Luck, which they're gonna bring in, but they don't really have much else. And the Jets got a good defense with Darrelle Revis and Antonio Cromartie in the backfield, and that's going to help them out a lot against the young Colts offense.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Jets are really going to pick apart the Colts here with their defensive secondary. And hopefully if they can get in the draft a great pass rusher and really get in Luck's face and make him throw some bad throws. And I have the Jets winning this one as well, and I'll have them being at 2-4. So at the Patriots, Dave, do you have the Jets having a chance here against the Patriots?
Not even close. Patriots are going to blow them out. Tom Brady, Wes Welker are going to own them up. And it's going to be a blowout.
I agree. This isn't going to be a pretty one for the Jets. It's at Foxborough, and I just think Gronk and Welker and Brandon Lloyd and Brady are just really going to pick apart the Jets, and the Jets don't have enough offense to compete with the Patriots here. So with that loss, I have them at 2-5. It'll be week 8 against the Dolphins. Dave, do you have them beating the Dolphins?
I had them beating them earlier in week 3, but I don't think they can sweep them. Even though the Dolphins lost Brandon Marshall, they'll always find a way to win at least once against them. So I think they'll go down at the bye week. They'll be 2-6.
Yeah, I agree. The Dolphins, in my opinion, will win this game as well. I think the Jets will just pretty much their confidence will be shattered from that last week blowout, in our opinion, against the Patriots. And I just think the Dolphins are going to jump on that opportunity to strike them down. So at the bye, me and Dave both have the Jets at 2-6. Week 10 will be their next game. It'll be at the Seattle Seahawks. Dave, you have this as a win or loss?
Now I have this as a loss with great running back Marshawn Lynch and young quarterback Matt Flynn there. I think that they can take advantage of the Jets offseason this year, and they can take the win.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to win this one as well. I think coming off the bye, which they're really going to need, they'll be 2-6 in our opinions off of it, and I just really think they're going to need to stop Marshawn Lynch. The Seattle passing game really won't be too big of an issue, so Revis and Cromartie will have the night off. But I just think the Seattle Seahawks defense is very weak, and I think Sanchez/Tebow will jump on this one. So I have them winning, and they'll be 3-6. Week 11 at the St. Louis Rams, win or loss?
Now, even against Sam Bradford and possibly receiver Justin Blackmon, I still think that the Jets can pull this one out. They're not like the worst team in the league. They still have okay running backs with Sean Green and I don't think they have Tomlinson anymore.
LaDainian's a free agent, so
Yeah.
maybe.
And they've got a great defense with Bart Scott and, as I said earlier, Revis and Cromartie. So I think they can pull that one out.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a win as well, and I think they're going to get a rhythm going. I think they're going to have to take advantage of this weak NFC West, but it is getting better over time with all the teams improving greatly. But I still think they'll win this game. If the Rams don't get Blackmon, Cromartie and Revis will have another easy night. So I think with this win, they'll be 4-6. It'll be Week 12 at home against the Patriots. Dave, is there a fighting chance this time?
Nope, not this time. Same as last time. They're going to get blown out, in my opinion.
I agree. I think they're going to lose this one, but I think it's going to be by a close margin. I think the Jets are going to have their confidence back up. They'll still try to be hunting for the playoffs, but I think the Patriots will really shatter their hopes here. So 4-7, Week 13 versus the Cardinals.
Okay, Week 13, home against the Cardinals. I think this one's going to be a win. The Cardinals haven't, even though they have Larry Fitzgerald, they haven't been a dominant team, even though they were close to the playoffs kind of last year with young corner Pat Peterson. I still don't think that they'll have enough to beat the Jets.
I think this is going to be a very close one. I think the Cardinals' defense is going to hold on. I think that I am going to see a lot from Fitzgerald. I think the more you challenge Revis, the more successful you'll be, coming from Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson did that last year against the Jets and really had trouble with those. So I think if Fitzgerald can do that, I think the Cardinals will pull this one out. So in my opinion, they'll be 4-8. Week 14 at the Jags. Dave, I have this as a blowout for the Jets. Anything for you?
Yeah, it'll be a blowout if they can stop Maurice Jones-Drew. I still think he'll have a big game, but it won't be enough.
Yeah, that'll be the big key to stop MJD. Week 15 at the Titans. I have this as a win. I think it's going to be a very close game. It's going to be low scoring, but I think it's going to come down to a last drive. And I think it's going to be because of Nick Folk that they win this game with a game-winning field goal. And I'll have them at 6-8. Week 16 versus.
I have something to say about that.
All right, you're good.
Week 15,
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, at the Titans, I think this one's going to be a loss. I think that Chris Johnson, even though he had a horrible season last year, I think he'll do better this year. He'll bounce back and he'll rip apart the Jets' defense. And as you were going to say, Week 16, home against the Chargers.
Home against the Chargers, I have this as a. I'll have this as a loss as well. I think Phillip Rivers is going to be looking to get this win. If they're going to get a fighting chance in the playoffs, we'll have their predictions later. And I think the Jets here, this will really end it for them for the season. So yeah, loss for them.
All right, Week 17, ending the season in Buffalo. I think this one's going to be a win, and they're going to finish off the season 6-10.
I have them winning this one as well. I have them in this one winning because the Bills really. I mean, I think maybe if the Bills will be in the playoffs, maybe they'll be resting their starters. But if not, it's going to be a very important game. But I think the Jets are going to be playing the spoiler here. So I'll have them finishing at 7-9. Dave's got it at 6-10. Hey, thanks for joining us here on NFL Experts. Next time we're going to be doing predictions for the Miami Dolphins. Stay tuned.